Okay, I'm back. Hope everyone had a good couple of years. I think it's been maybe almost 5 years since I posted something on YouTube. And there's a good reason for that. And we'll get into that later. But I just wanted to, say hi and just say I'm trying to come back to YouTube. My life is pretty busy outside of trading. Got family, kids to feed, got the 9 to 5 working. But I do trade. To give you some backstory, I was mainly a stock trader, momentum trader. I was, part of the Warrior team over at um, uh, Ross's, um, team, the Warrior Trading group, which is a great team. Had a great time. I learned a lot, a lot. Highly recommend them. Still recommend them. I'm not affiliated with them. I don't get paid from them. um, I think they have a good product, good team, and I learned a lot and um, nothing but good things. For me, like the stock trading, the momentum trading, it just wasn't working because typically 9:30 at the time back then during COVID, I had to be in the office. I had a very high stress work environment. Trading just kind of just at that time with the stocks did not work at the time. Now, of course, post COVID, everyone's working from home. I have some more time. During this time, even during COVID, I moved away from trading stocks and started getting into options. And for the past 4.5 years, I've been trading options, like strictly options, and I've been doing really well. I just kind of kept doing it because it was easy. Options just worked with my schedule. I pretty much place the trades on whenever I want, and I kind of sit back, relax, check on them, mitigate them as needed. But it's also risky. Not every year was a good year for me in options. I had some good years, I had some bad years, and geopolitical conditions and macro microeconomics always play a factor there. But I do still trade options, mainly one or two strategies. And but lately I've been getting back into trading more and mainly futures. I've been on this futures roller coaster starting January of this year, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna dedicate this year to futures with my option strategy. And the main reason why is because I want to diversify options with the elections. It just certain my strategy doesn't work in certain conditions, so um, I want to mix it up a little bit, and futures seems like something more interesting to me. And on top of that, these prop firms I keep hearing about, which I'll talk about more later, maybe another video, but I'm also dabbling in those and learning a lot of what the market is doing. Um, but anyway, so what you're seeing on the screen here is a footprint chart. It's an order flow tool used by day traders, and it's a very great. It's a very helpful tool for day trading futures. Um, I am, just to give you some context, I'm currently training on my own, but I did join a chat group, kind of, one of those kind of groups. It's private right now. I'm not going to disclose what group that is. I'll have to talk with the owner and see if that's okay. But right now it's a private group. Some folks might know it, some probably don't. It's very small. But yeah, learning a lot in that group and also learning out on YouTube. This past couple months, I've been really kind of honing in on my futures training. I was doing futures back when I was doing stocks as well, but I didn't really have the education like I do now. So these past couple of years, I've really educated myself on futures, everything from rollover to what the liquidity is like, different types of volume, strategies. There's all different types of strategies for trading, scalping, momentum. I kind of done it all, but um, but I did want to get back to YouTube and kind of share with you guys my progress. So starting today, I'll start posting some more videos of kind of my progress. I've already kind of started this kind of journey, so you're kind of getting it halfway, starting from January. But January till now has been kind of like the main aggressive training mode. Right now, I'm actually in a class to learn more about these footprint charts, and it's it's really kind of opening a big, light bulb for me of how to trade. And training, 9:30 in the morning is not just the only time I can trade. I can trade at nighttime if I want to, because there's a whole world out there, and the Asian markets open up at nighttime. So there's also UK and Australia, so lots of opportunity there. Um, but anyway, let's talk about these prop firms. So I signed up with a couple prop firms. I've tried the typical Apex, and if you're just coming into this and you don't know what they are, these prop firms are basically firms that will give you, you pay for a simulated account, and you're basically trading, pretending that it's like a live account, but it's really just a simulated account. Now you're putting up the money, say like, it could be anywhere from $20 to $400, and there's a set of rules that you have to abide by. And if you break those rules, then you lose your account. You lose whatever money you paid for it. Now, there's all different types, and maybe I'll make a separate video for that. But just know that you're basically paying for a practice account. And if you actually make a certain amount of money in that practice account, they're going to convert that over to a funded account, and where you can actually withdraw the profits once you meet a threshold. I've done this with a couple other prop firms, and it's not easy. It's very difficult because the rules that they put in place, and I'll give you perfect examples of what kind of rules that would kind of hamper your progress. Me, I've always traded a cash account, my own cash. Like I've taken $25,000 and turned it into $100,000 into my options account, okay, over this past time. I've rolled over 10, 15 grand here or there in profits. I've moved money around, but in my now I have a $10,000 futures account I'm testing with one or two contracts, and I'm going to add more money to that so I can increase my margin. But you don't really need much to trade futures. It's very you don't really need that much money at all. It's a limited entry fee versus stocks. Options you can use less money too, but futures, depending on what depending on what you're trading, it depends on your margin. So it's not a lot of money to get into it, but it's good to start with maybe like 10 to 15,000 to do, like, you can also do micros, which is smaller size, but it depends on what you like. Anyway, so I have this challenge I'm doing. I've done Apex, I've tried Take Profit Trader, I've tried I'm trying Tradeify right now, which I do like. I've tried Buellnox, so I can give you some feedback of my progress so far. I don't want to make this too long of a video, but basically, I don't like Apex. Apex sucks. They got the gotcha on the 20 accounts that the YouTubers are kind of advertising, and I'm sure some of you probably seen that, where like these YouTubers are basically posting, I got 20 accounts, 20 funded accounts, which means if I make $200, that's $200 times 20. Like it's not always the case, right? Like I think that's long gone now because of the rules that Apex is doing. And we talk more about that later. But basically, these prop firms, there's a big gotcha, and it's a great tool. It wasn't there, 5 years ago, really, when I was trading stocks and getting into futures. So now that I see that this is a great opportunity to use someone else's money, why not would you trade in a prop firm, right? The only reason to trade cash is so you don't have to lose all your cash, right? I'd rather just spend $100 and give me a way to leverage multiple X times my $100, right? To pull money out. But it's not easy, you fail. And when you fail, you got to keep paying it. So what it is, it's like a rinse and repeat. So you keep buying these accounts. And if you already know this stuff, then just skip through. But this is basically what the industry is doing. This industry in the futures market is selling prop firm accounts, and it's not regulated at all. So my concern basically is that it's going to be regulated soon. It's just a matter of time. And the rules are going to change for every prop firm. Hopefully for the good, for the trader. But you got to understand, these prop firms, they make money on you signing up for the sim count. If they don't have traders signing up for a sim account, they can't pay out the actual profitable traders. So it's kind of a scam, but it isn't. But you have no control. It's like you're just putting all your trust into this prop firm, and there's just a new one created every day. It seems like so there's a lot of scams out there. So so anyway, so yeah, I'm back on YouTube. I'll post some more content. Let me know if you want to see something specifically around futures because that's what I'll be focusing on. I'm not going to do any educational material, um, but I will kind of do some feedback and reviews, maybe some news articles. I don't have any affiliates yet. Of course, that's what a lot of these YouTubers do. They get affiliates and they obviously make their money on affiliates. That's not my goal here. My goal is just to share my experience. And if I do get an affiliate, then so be it. Um, One thing I do like to show folks on YouTube is kind of the tools. And I'll talk more about these tools specifically, but there's a lot of different variations and it just depends on what you like to do. All right, so I got filled here. Let's see what happens. I got a target of $100, about 10 ticks. So let's see how this plays out. Am I getting greedy now?
Target filled.
There we go. Um, so yeah, so guys, that's pretty much what I've been doing. Been trading order flow, looking for really good, really good targets. Like I'm at the point now where I'm really focused on only taking good setups um, based on what I'm seeing. Okay, and I don't want to YOLO. I'm taking one contract, maybe two contracts. Unfortunately, the market that I've seen recently, I it's been like target one. Like I've been really just trying to get one profit target because I used to scale out and I used to have say one or two targets. Like if I'm doing like a two contract position, I'll really kind of try and break even on the second target. But most times it just pulls right back because the volatility is just going crazy and it's just the risk is too high. So I'm not a risk to reward ratio trader. I'm more of a scalper, I guess you could say. Um, I don't. I would love to get that long hold,
Order, order submitted.
but I have some strategies that are kicking off in the background. So that's one thing I'm also playing with is some automated strategies that basically if I see a setup, it's gonna go ahead and take that trade for me, um, and then I'll just review it and then confirm it so I don't miss it. And I've been also doing some coding. So I'm also a developer by trade. I created my own indicator. It's called the Brando Chop filter. I can try and show it to you. Let's see if I find it here. Okay. Um, so you can see here in the kind of brown color is kind of my indicator. It's called the Brando Chop indicator. It still needs some work. It's been crashing sometimes, but it does a pretty decent job. So let's see. It does, a couple different things. I can animate it if that makes a change. So you can see there. There's supposed to be a indicator here that actually says the percentage of the bar, but it seems to be crashing for some reason, so I have to figure that out. But the whole reason is that it's been very choppy lately in this market, and I need a good indicator that measures the right ATR, the ADX that basically gives me what I'm looking. So if you go, I don't sell this right now. I mean, if that's something someone's interested in, I mean, I can maybe do something, but you have a lot of options here. So it can just do ADX only. It can do Bollinger Bands. It can do a range squeeze. You can set the periods of the
Order
ADX.
canceled.
And you can even put little text above it. So it says chop, 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 chop. um, so it's me playing around with some of those indicator kind of tools, but the main purpose is so I know if it's a choppy market, not to make a trade. Because right now it's about the afternoon session is going to be a little bit choppy. Now these settings are tuned for me. Some might say it's not a choppy area. that's why it's in like kind of a beta phase right now. So um, I may release this indicator once I get some of the bugs figured out. But you can see on the right here, I use this plugin. It's like a chart trader. It basically has some cool tools here. You can like click to buy. You can buy stacks, order blocks. You can kind of like customize it a little bit, and it's an add-on to the typical NinjaTrader. So if you haven't noticed, I use NinjaTrader. It is like kind of what the professionals use. There's lots of other tools. There's Tradeovate, which is web-based. There's TradingView, web-based. All great tools, and I love the aesthetics and the modern feel of the web tools. It's just that a lot of the traditional indicators and tools are all on NinjaTrader. And I also have a lifetime license that I paid for back during COVID. I think it was like $1,200, but you get the footprint chart with it. You have to customize the footprint chart if you want it, or you buy like an add-on, which is what I did. But you need that lifetime with order flow package in order to leverage it, and that's what I have. NinjaTrader sells it. You could also get it with one of those prop firms. They give you a free version of NinjaTrader, but I don't know if they give you the volume weighted and order flow with it. You have to look into that. But yeah, so I'm back. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. That's pretty much it. I'll try and post some more videos. And if there's something specific you want to see, let me know down in the comments. Again, please subscribe, like usual YouTube stuff. I appreciate it. Thanks.